Hi everyone. So welcome to a yoga video. We are going to be doing quite a bit of stretching and moving and breathing just to try to de-stress. Okay, so I'm going to be talking as I move through the poses. So if it's a little bit hard to hear me at some points, I apologize. Um, and if you're newer to yoga, this should be a pretty easy flow. If you're more experienced and want to add in some harder poses, I'll say when those options would be really available. Otherwise, just enjoy and breathe and de-stress, right? So we're going to begin on our mats um, in a comfortable seated position. Okay, so just coming to a comfortable seat, taking your hands to your knees. Your palms can be face down to be more grounding with yourself, or palms up to bring in some energy from the space around you. So allowing your eyes to close and begin to just tap into your breath. So noticing the inhales, the exhales, and try to move them just through the nose. So allowing the jaw to be soft. And continuing with a deep inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose as well. And on your next inhale, drawing your shoulders up to your ears. And exhale, shoulders back and then down. So finding like a little circle motion with the shoulders. Inhale, shoulders come up to the ears. And exhale, shoulders back and down. And then keeping your hands on your thighs, keeping your eyes closed, and continuing the breath in and out through the nose. I want you to focus your attention, your awareness on an intention. So maybe a mantra, maybe a word, maybe a person, a goal. Your intention for this practice can be breath. It can be finding peace. It can be letting go. Whatever it is that really connects with you here, trying to repeat that intention, and send it to your heart. And then slowly blinking your eyes open. We're going to come into a tabletop position. So the best way to get there is rolling over your knees. Okay, hands are coming underneath your shoulders. Knees are underneath your hips. You're spreading your fingers really, really wide. So you're creating or taking up space with your hands. And on the inhale, you're going to drop your belly, look up, shoulders move back. And on the exhale, rounding through the spine, look towards your navel, get an finger tap back. Again, inhale, dropping the belly, gazing up, shoulders moving back. And exhale, rounding through the spine. Again, arching the back, maybe coming to fingertips if you want to go even deeper. Inhale, belly drops. Exhale, rounding spine. Taking one more at your own pace with your breath. So inhale, dropping the belly, looking up, opening the heart space. Exhale, rounding completely, looking towards the navel. And then from here, we're going to move into a downward facing dog. So you're going to tuck your toes under, your tailbone goes high, and you can walk out your dog here. So bending one knee and then the other. I want you guys to stay in down dog, but I'm going to come down to my knees to explain it a little bit better. So in down dog, your tailbone is high. You're creating an upside down letter V shape. Okay, so 2 more breaths there. Inhaling and exhaling. And then looking between your thumbs, walking your feet up towards your hands. You can take a lot of little steps or maybe 2 big steps. I want your feet to be hip width distance apart, bending at the knees. Grab a hold of your elbows and let your upper body sway side to side. Releasing tension. You can shake the head yes, shake the head no. And then allowing the hands to release towards the floor, and heel toe your feet together. So big toes are touching, heels are just slightly apart. You're going to inhale and find a halfway lift. Bring your hands to your shins, gaze forward. Exhale and fold. Again, inhale, halfway lift, gaze forward. Exhale and fold. Last time, inhale, halfway lift, gaze forward. And exhale to fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, arms out and up. Come all the way up to standing, arms reach up. I'm just stepping back so you can hopefully see more of me. Exhale, hands through to heart center. Pause. So we are going to be moving into 3 Sun A's. So I am going to come down to explain it to you first, and then we'll go through it. So when we move through Sun A's, you can still remain standing. We're inhaling, we're sweeping our arms out and up. Exhale, we fold forward, okay? So moving into that, we're gonna inhale, take our arms out and up. You're standing, I'm just squatting so you can kind of see. Exhale, fold, swan dive forward. So hands come towards the floor. Inhale for a halfway lift. You're gazing forward. I want you to step back with only the left foot. So left foot steps back, left knee drops. Interlace your fingers above the right thigh and really sink your hips forward. Okay, you can use this stability with your hands on your legs. If you want to go deeper, you can release your arms up. If you want to take it even deeper, interlacing hands behind the back. Knuckles move towards the back leg as your gaze goes up. And exhale, releasing whatever grip you took. Hands come to the floor. We're going to step our right foot back to meet our left. Palms will come flat. From here, if you know a full chaturanga, go for it. Otherwise, for a modified chaturanga, we're going to squeeze our elbows towards each other as you lower your body all the way down to the mat. Hands are going to stay up by the shoulders. Tops of the feet press down. Inhale, cobra. So a little lift. If you want a full up dog, go for that here. Exhale, nose taps down. Again, inhale, chest comes forward and up. Melt the shoulders back. Exhale, tap the chin down. Third time, inhale. Heart comes forward and then up. Melt the shoulders back. Hug the elbows in. Exhale, tap the nose down. Okay. Option for a challenge here. Tuck the toes under. Gaze slightly forward. Press through your hands. Press through the tops of the toes. Come to a high plank. Navel pulls in. Exhale, push back. Downward facing dog. Breathing here. This time we're going to keep the right foot back. Step the left foot forward. Let the right knee come down. Interlace your fingers above the left thigh. So again, you can choose to stay here. If you want to go further, reaching the arms up. If you want to go even further, interlacing hands behind the back. Shoulders melt down, gaze goes up. And exhale, bringing the hands back to the front of the mat. We're going to step to the front of the mat. Big toes touch, heels are slightly apart. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Good. From here, inhale, reverse the swan dive. Arms go out and up. Big breath in. Pause at the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Pause there for a moment. I'm going to see if I can switch the screen. You can see a bit more. Okay. So coming back to our traditional Sun A. So from here, inhale, arms reach out and up. Big breath in. Exhale, swan dive, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step your feet back. So options here, you can keep the knees lifted. You can drop the knees down. We're all lowering down. So we took a modified before. If you want to go for the full expression, exhale as you lower. Hovering here, elbows in. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing here. Feel for your tailbone getting higher to the sky. Your gaze between your knees or between your toes. Take one more round of breath. Exhale to bend your knees, look between your thumbs. Inhale, step the feet forward. You can hop forward if you have that in your practice. Exhale to fold. Inhale, arms out and up, big breath in. Exhale, hands through to heart center. Last time. Inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, swan dive forward, hinging at the waist. Inhale, will lengthen your spine. Gaze forward. Exhale, will plant your hands, stepping your feet back. Again, we're in high plank. Either drop the knees or keep the knees lifted. Exhale to lower. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Finding one more round of deep breath. Deep inhales. Deep exhales. Bend your knees, look between your thumbs. Inhale to hop, step, float to the top. And exhale to fold. This time we're gonna come into chair. So I want everyone to bring their weight back to the heels so your toes are starting to lift, okay? Squeeze your legs together. Like you have a piece of paper between your knees and you don't want it to fall down, okay? So squeezing the legs together, taking the weight to the heels, lifting the toes. Inhale, arms sweep up. Keep your knees bent. Keep the legs squeezing together. You can't really see it, but my pinkies are facing in, thumbs facing out. That helps move the shoulders down the back body. One more inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, we're gonna fold, stepping our feet back. Again, full plank or modified. You're dropping knees. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, take it back. Turn your left toes slightly to the left. Step your right foot forward. Inhale, sweep your arms up, warrior one. So you're bending deeply into the right knee. You want your right knee tracking more towards the pinky toe than the big toe. Your back foot is grounded. Heel is down. Arms reach up. Exhale, hands down to the mat. From here, options, okay? You can step right back to a down dog, or you can take your right foot back, that traditional chaturanga with knees lifted. You can drop your knees, or if you want something a little bit more tricky, you can extend the right leg back, keep the right leg lifted as you lower. Inhale up, exhale back. From here, take the left foot forward, plant the right foot down. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale and sink. Get deeper into your warrior one. The knee is tracking more towards the pinky toe. Arms reaching up. Pinkies turned in. Thumbs are slightly out. Inhale. As you exhale, hands come down to the mat. Again, for that more challenging posture, you're floating the leg back. Lowering down chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale back. And breathe. From here, let the knees come to the mat. Knees are wide. Toes touch, melt into a child's pose. You want your forehead resting on the mat. I'm going to lift mine up so I can talk to you guys about this pose. You're melting your shoulders back. Your forehead grounds down to the floor. And you can kind of shift your hips from side to side, massaging your forehead from side to side, and breathe. And this is a really great place to come back to your intention, back to that mantra that you said at the beginning of class. And then from here, slightly walk your hands in. Inhale your right arm up to the sky. Exhale, sneak your right arm underneath your left. Right ear comes down to the mat. And breathe. Two more deep breaths. Inhale, press your left hand down to lift your right arm back up. And exhale your right hand down. Inhale, the left arm goes up. And exhale, left arm underneath the right, left ear to the mat. And breathe. 2 more rounds of breath. Inhale, coming up to center. We're going to plant our hands. Tuck your toes. Let your hips go back up, downward facing dog. This time, walk your feet forward. Feet are hip width distance apart. We're going to take 2 deep forward folds. So feet are hip width distance, which means 2 fists can fit between. Take your first 2 fingers, your peace fingers, grab your big toes. Inhale, gaze forward. And as you exhale, elbows go right and left, top of the head, closer to the floor. This is a great place to shake your head yes, shake your head no. And if it's easier to bend your knees, okay, bend your knees. If you have tight hamstrings or a tight low back, you can slightly turn the toes in, heels slightly out. Going deeper, release the grip of the toes, turning your palms up. Slide your hands underneath your feet. Toes come towards the wrists. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, draw your gaze towards your belly button, tucking your chin to chest, and breathe. 2 more breaths. Releasing this grip. Allow your feet to turn out. Bend your knees a lot. Taking our Malasana, our deep squat here. Pressing your elbows into your legs. Hands come to heart center. If you want to go deeper, this is a great place for crow. Crow into tripod headstand. We're staying exactly where you are. For a twist, so if this feels really good, hang out here. If this is unavailable, you can stick a pillow underneath your tailbone to rest your tailbone on a pillow or a block. People have blocks at home. Okay, if you want to go for a little twist, a little heart opening, left hand comes down. Press your left hand into your left leg, or left arm, excuse me, into your left leg. Right arm reaches up for a twist. Exhale, coming back to center. If you took your tripod headstand, slowly making your way down. Right fingertips to the floor. Right arm into your right leg to lift the left arm up. Exhale, coming back to center. Everyone release your hands to the floor. Hips go up to the sky. And sway your hips side to side, bending deeply into one leg and then into the other. Stepping your feet back, downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg parallel to the mat. Gaze forward. Now lift the right leg high, high, high to the sky. Draw the knee in towards the chest. Hover. You can take running man or place your right leg down to the mat. So setting up for a pigeon pose. Walk your hands in. Right foot is super flexed. Keep it strong and active. Inhale, gaze up, and exhale, melt forward and down over your right leg. Finding a slow and steady deep breath. So you guys should still be resting your head towards the floor. You want to feel as though your hips are in a center space. So a lot of times we like to lean all the way to the right. If you find all your weight is to the right, lift the right hip slightly. Find a center point here. Make sure your back leg is completely relaxed. Toes are untucked. So the top of the head, the top of the foot, the shoelace part of the foot is relaxing down to the floor. And breathe here. Slowly walking your hands in. We're going to sweep the left leg forward and through. So sitting onto your right hip completely. Left foot comes forward. right foot to your left leg, Janu Shirshasana A. Inhale, reaching arms up. Exhale, melting forward and through. If it's available, you can interlace fingers behind the foot. If you are at a space where you just grab onto the foot, perfect. If the foot is unavailable and you have a towel or a strap or a shirt, right, grab that around the foot and use your hands on the strap or towel to bring your chest forward, okay? Wherever we are, inhale, gaze slightly beyond the foot, and exhale, melting forward and down. Inhale, lift your chest. Moving into a little bit of core before the other side. So feet will ground down first for goat pose, Navasana. Hold on behind the thighs. Lift the legs. Pause. If this feels good, stay here holding onto the thighs. So you make sure your chest is lifting, shoulders melting down, core engaged. If you want more, extending the legs. If you want even more, releasing the grip. Breathe for 5, 4, keep breathing, 3, 2, on 1. Cross those ankles, planting hands, stepping your feet back, downward facing dog. Other side, left leg lifts parallel, and then take it even higher. Taking the left leg forward and through, pause, maybe running man. Otherwise, placing your left leg down, heel toe that right foot back, walk your hands in, inhale. And exhale, melt forward and over your left leg. Staying in this pose, I want you to really focus on your breath. So if you feel or you find that your mind is wandering, especially here where we start to slow it down, then start to focus on counting your inhale and your exhale. So count the inhalation, give that breath a count like to 4 to 5 to 6. And then matching the exhale with the count of the inhale. And that'll slow down your mind, releasing some stress. You might even feel as though your shoulders begin to melt. Your throat begins to soften, right? Focusing just on the breath. And slowly walking your hands in to sit onto the left leg. Sweep the right leg forward and through. Left foot connects with the right thigh. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, melt down and over. Again, you can interlace fingers beyond the foot. You can grab a hold of the foot, or you can grab a hold of a strap, a towel. And here it's okay to bend the knee, right? We want to work on a long spine more than a straight leg. So wherever you are, inhale to lift, exhale to fold. Inhale, slowly lifting up. And extend both legs forward. Okay, feet are flexed. That means toes reaching back towards your face, fingertips towards the computer. Okay, palms towards each other. Inhale. Exhale as slowly as you can. Lower all the way down to your back. You can pause at any point to challenge the core to make this a little more difficult. If you've had enough, right, lower all the way down to your back. You guys lower down. I'm going to sit up so you can hear me a little better. From here, hug your knees into your chest. So you're on your back, rocking side to side. Knees are hugged in towards your belly. So I'll show you from the side in case you're having a little bit of trouble. We're just giving ourselves a little hug here, rocking side to side. I'll finish off the class with you guys, just in a side view, in case you have any question about what I'm explaining. From here, release your left leg completely, hug the right knee in towards the chest, inhale. And as you exhale, taking a twist, so assisting your right leg to the left side taking the left hand to that right thigh, right knee space. You want your right shoulder to remain on the mat. You can gaze towards the right hand and breathe. Maybe closing your eyes, maybe repeating that intention you set here. Inhale, come back to center. Hug both knees into the chest. This stabilizes the spine. So maybe rock side to side just slightly. And then completely release your right leg down. Hug the left knee up and in towards your chest. Inhale. And on your exhale, assisting it to the right side. Left shoulder stays down on the mat. Breathe here. Inhale, come back up to center. Hugging both knees in. We're going to take it into happy baby. So flex your feet. You're grabbing onto the big toes with your first two fingers, bending your knees. If it's more comfortable, you can stretch one leg at a time or take it into a full straddle position. Otherwise, happy baby. Knees are at a 90-degree angle. Wherever you are, whether you're in a straddle or extending one leg, feel your tailbone ground down and the back of your head, shoulders grounding down, and then you'll feel more length coming out of the spine here. Take another inhale. And exhale, hug the knees back into the chest. Okay, we're gonna end the class the way I typically end my classes, which might feel a little bit strange, but the good news is no one else is in the room, so no one can see you doing this. We're ending with lion's breath. So what that is we're gonna scrunch our toes, scrunch up our fists, scrunch up our face, and then on the exhale, you're sticking out your tongue and like just completely letting everything go. So if you have tension, stress, anything you're hanging on to, this is a great place to just release it and let it go. So inhale, scrunching up your fists, your toes, your face, anything you've been holding on to that you want to release, and exhale, stick out the tongue. Like a lion. Two more, inhale. And exhale. Last time, inhale. And exhale. Completely release. Completely lower your body, your legs, your arms, let them fall to the mat. For our final pose, Shavasana. So Shavasana is Sanskrit for corpse pose, because you're completely melting, surrendering, falling down to the mat. Taking a few moments of silence and just breathing here. And with your eyes closed, you can choose to hang out here and ignore my directions coming out of Shavasana when you're ready. But if you are satisfied, begin to wiggle fingers and toes. Maybe taking a big good morning stretch with the arms reaching up and overhead, pointing through the toes as well. And then rolling onto your right side into a fetal position. So you'll bend your knees to plant your feet, allowing your head and your entire body to just roll to the right, resting your head on your arm like a pillow. And then keeping your eyes closed, coming up to a comfortable seated position. Legs are crossed, eyes are closed, sitting at the top of your mat. Palms rest on your legs. And just notice how you feel. And just notice, right? Breathe. And then before you open your eyes, take a moment to scan your body to notice the positive effects, the positive changes that have occurred, whether it's feeling a little lighter, breathing a little deeper. Maybe inside of yourself, you find this small sense of gratitude. And whatever it is that this practice, this small session of yoga has brought to you that's positive, take a moment to just capture it. As if you could bottle it up, taking it with you when you step off your mat and back into the rest of your day. This goodness that you have created inside of yourself, make an active choice right here to take that good with you. And as you do, bringing your hands to heart center in a prayer position. Inhale, peace together. Exhale, compassion out into the universe. And keeping your eyes closed. Traditionally, we end our yoga practice with a word which just means the light inside of me honors, respects, and sees the light and the good in you. And you can choose to say it or not as we end our class with Namaste. And I want to thank each and every one of you for unrolling your mat, for allowing some movement, some breath to come into your life, into your home. And I thank each of you so much. Have a great rest of your day. See you guys soon. Bye.